Alright, so, yeah, as I've mentioned, we'll be going over a very interesting 1Q game that I had with a bot. This was supposed to be the 1Q game, but for some reason I decided it'd be a really, really good idea to, completely delete that recording. And I still can't quite figure out how I did that, but I did it. So what we're going to do now is go over the game of it, hopefully. Yes, we are. Cool. This responds. Because it was such a really good game that I didn't want it to just disappear into nothing. So at the time I was a 4Q, still ranking up in my series, against the Ayabot 1Q, which I had to play again later on. And you've probably seen the game by now. So let's see, the Ayabot does play most unusually. It played off of the 3-4 point. Made me curious, what Fuseki was this thing actually programmed with? What Joseki did it have in mind? What did this thing just really want to do? I decided to play naturally. Thought maybe I'll go into a bit of an orthodox opening here. See what it does. Goes with a 3-4 stone rather than the 4-4 stone, so Chinese variations are out of the picture, unless I really, really, really want to force one, which, you know, you can do. But I simply took my enclosure. Easy peasy. The bot, unfortunately, also took an enclosure, and I was a little bit disappointed with the enclosure that this bot decided to take for itself, to be completely honest. Because right now I can think to myself, well, if I extend, it's relatively okay for me, not so good for the bot. It kind of felt a little bit slow given the opening. I would have preferred this to still have been over here. An approach, standard, dealing with my lovely little enclosure. Instead, I'm free to expand as much as I want. I could have gone and taken this point, but I didn't want to get into like a framework versus framework game. I wanted it to approach me, so I felt it was probably going to play this move next. I was wrong, unfortunately. It played here. We are not going to get into a fight just yet. It's alright. Mr. Ayabot 1Q decides to enclose in the beginning of the game. Ayabot decides to extend when its extension is threatened. Okay. Now keep in mind, up until this point, one of the little philosophies the bot seems to have expressed up until this point, like the previous ones, are just follow you around. So I play away here, trying to figure out if it's still going to follow me around. That, and it's a pretty good point. So what's it going to do? There are lots of different options that you can play here. Some of you are probably thinking to yourselves, well, let's see, the enclosure is a playable option here. We can go in here, following up our approaching stone. We could probably still maybe get on in here somewhere. Maybe you who have studied professional games might think, well, you know, I've seen the attachments here. Is that something that can be played now? Is that good? Because it's available? No. Instead, this bot plays a 2-space extension off of the unenclosed 3-4 point. Yeah. That's not a very good move. That's about as slow as a move you can actually play. The only way to play a slower move is if it was 1 space over. That's the only way to play a slower move here, I think. Unless maybe you decide to protect up here. That could also be slower, I will admit. This just doesn't make any sense. Do I just remember this game? No, I logged on to KGS and I downloaded the game. I did not want to remember my games versus the bots. Haven't really had a memorable one yet. So I have cleared them out of my RAM in my head, so to speak. I mean, you could even have gone and played here. See if you can get, if you wanted to play Framework v Framework, maybe you could do something like this. And then go into some kind of framework. Maybe that's possible. Grab an extension, who knows? I mean, anything is better than that. But okay. Okay, it played it. So I take my enclosure. Now I got two of them. They both have extensions. Ayabata says, that is too much. I'm going to reduce you. I say, good luck, sir. Ayabot crosscuts. Not at all normal. Not at all normal. Normally we're just going to pull back here, right? Then we're going to play here. It's going to play here. I'm going to connect. It's going to get a 2-space. I'll probably drop down or maybe Iron Pillar. If I'm feeling super aggressive, I might do a small Knight. But no, we got a cross cut off this bot. Interesting. I decide to connect here, seeing what it wants to do. It Atari's over, informing me that it hasn't the slightest clue. I mean, is that really what you're trying to do here? I mean, I could see maybe something like this. It's not optimal by any stretch of the imagination. But maybe you could say that that's an invasion, because you've got you got the extensions still, and you got potential for this later on, so I can see that one. But this, you've got to be out of your mind. What is this? What is this? This is 1Q. This is 1Q power. And I don't mind telling you that I slowly began feeling a little bit more depressed as I was playing this bot. Not for myself, mind you, but for like all of the people out there who may never reach 1Q. Ugh. Alright, so it tries to capture me. Can it even do that? It can't, right? Well, okay, if it connects, I guess it can. So alright, I turn. It goes all in. I decide to offer to co, because up until this point, I think, let's see, did I play the game in which I lost the co before this? I want to get into a co with the bot. I think, yeah, it was a previous game. The previous game I lost the co, and I wanted to win. I wanted to win a co against the bot. No, that game came afterwards. Yeah, I was still looking for a co. Right. The game I've uploaded so far, I think was the, I don't know. Anyway, long story short, I wanted to co the bot. So, it doesn't co me. Whoa, that just took on a different meaning. Yes, it didn't co me. No. It did not play the co against me. There we go. So we just moved to kill. And it's still struggling. Now it has to live on the outside, clearly. Because it's not going to live on the inside, ever. Let's see, in chat, Nuclear says it was a 5Q bot that I played the co against. Okay, yeah, that sounds right. Right, the 1Q one is the one with the huge Moyo that I kept giving it Sente with in order to build up. Right, I remember now. Yeah. Okay. So, it died in the corner. It didn't have to. I mean, there's a Joseki there that's quite easy. It could have just played normally and got almost its exact same result, just without the death in the corner. I decided to play aggressively. Make it live small. It makes me very, very strong, which I was very, very happy for. Decided to connect. Makes shape. Now, again, I'm kind of trying to feel out the bot. The move I'm about to play is not a very good one. If I wanted to poke at this, I would probably think about something like over here, maybe. Maybe a larger move completely, maybe a shoulder hit. Because we've got one weak group, if it makes another one, that's good for me. But here I was curious to see what it would do if I pushed. And it blocks me, so I decided to cut. It's like, are you going to play the small moves? How long are you going to respond to this? It takes the stone like it's supposed to. But would it respond to here? That's a very, very interesting one. I mean, the two stones are in danger. The bot should know that. But does it know to ignore that and continue to make shape? Or will it actually play that stone? That's what I was interested in. And sure enough, it went for shape. I gave it my approval on that particular move. Decided to build up. Can't really push and cut. And by can't really push and cut, I mean that's exactly what it tried to do. So let's look at this real quick. How do we know that this can't push and cut? Because we know that the throw in here ensures that this group is not living locally. So all we have to do, prevent this stone from being killed, and now it's got two weak groups. It can't go back and live with both of them. I should point out, that's what it tries to do. Tari's me. I thought it would do try go after, but no, it goes after and connects me. So we connect. Tries to come out. Try to surround. It walks me straight up into a surround, which I was okay with. Obviously, I didn't have a problem with being allowed to do this. Tries to push. The cut doesn't go anywhere, so I figure, yeah, okay, why not? Now it's getting a little bit problematic. I'm down to 3 liberties. That's a problem. That is a problem, not gonna lie. So I respond again. Don't want Tahane. And here's the question. I have an opportunity now to just say, alright, live and let live, bro. I'll let you live on the right-hand side. I'll get a larger move. If I think really, really hard, I'm sure I can find one. So I protect myself. Figure, you know what? It's gonna play here and live now. But it tries to surround me. So I'm like, alright, now I'm fine. Go back and play. And it tries to kill me. So I connect, expecting again. Need a move. Need a move. It just keeps playing and playing and ignoring. It's just daring me to kill it. It doesn't want to live. Doesn't want to live. Has no interest in living. And that's a pretty basic life and death problem, right? I mean, we can see that you can't get 2 eyes from those 2 points. And we can see that horribly behind enemy lines. So tell me what player, like how far down in the ranks do you have to go that you will find a player that won't throw in? You can go straight down to 10Q, and I think a 10Q would still throw in here to try to kill you. So that one just really surprised me. And I could tell you to stare at this board for like the next 30 minutes, you will not find this bot's next move. Take a moment for yourself and just try to think up the craziest move you can think of right now. Locally. I'm going to tell you it's local. It's somewhere in here. Take a second, try to think of the craziest move that you can possibly think of. Wow, yeah, see? Apparently, you saw my shadows. I got something to drink. So either I'm really interested in having you guys guess the next move, or I just wanted something to drink. Alright. So, here's the bot's next move. You ready for it? That's not a misplay. I placed that deliberately. Hey Stone Drain, welcome to stream. That's the bot's move. I couldn't figure it out. I tried to put myself like in the other seat. It's like, okay, how did this thing come up with that move? It's not a cut. It's something weirder. So I surround it, I guess. And the only thing that I can think of is it was told not to peep at cut points, but it wants to cut that, right? So it played the move first, and then it extends up, so maybe it's no longer considered a peep in its programming? I have no idea. So okay, I connected. 1Q bot. I want to say that again, 1Q bot. It's like, okay, it's making shape here, trying to surround me. Maybe this is what it read out. Maybe it wanted this kind of thing for the development on the left-hand side. I have no idea. So I decide to see what it's going to do if I push for it. Is it going to give those stones up if I cut? Because if this is its real development, if it's trying to develop this part of the board, when I cut, it should just calmly let those stones die. And sure enough, yeah. Okay, we're letting the stones die. So I don't know, I wasn't sure if I should, like, you know, kind of like nod my head at that, like, okay, yeah, I can see what it's trying to do. It's not really good at doing it, but I can see what it's attempting. My next thought was it would play here now and attempt to try to, like, develop all of this for itself. Instead, it tries to save the stones. Whoops. So we obviously Hane because actually no, we don't. We could have done this. This doesn't go anywhere. I decided to just flat out kill it. That was the easiest way I could see that you can read that it's gonna die. It cuts me. I decided to save my stone because really, what else is it gonna do? It backs off. Atari. It extends, trying to save his stones. We take the 2. And it tries to connect to them. Alright, so here's a question for all of you. Put yourself in Black's position. You see White being absolutely insane. It's now trying to connect and save everything. What do you do? What do you do? Because if you look at this, and you see a large knight, you might want to try and cut that. It realizes what I'm doing, and saves. That's pretty good in and of itself. It realizes the danger, and it evaluated that these stones are worth more than the 1 stone, so it saved the stones. Okay. But I get to kill that one. I'm happy with that too. Sacrifice, okay, I'm good with that as well. Then it extends. Now we're getting creeped out. I decided to simply do something simple. Take the 1 stone. It plays the Atari. I connect. And it takes. Alright. Straightforward, I guess. It's alive. I get Sente. So I decide to approach to see what it's going to do. It's got to attack me. But how will it attack? Will it try to go for the standard kick and pincer approach? Is it going to pincer me immediately? And if so, where? Or will it play elsewhere? Well, the bot does kick. Unfortunately for me, I decide not to see if it was going to pincer. I decide to see if it knows this variation. 2 choices here. You can play this, in which case I'm going to Hane and Atari and then make a little tiger's mouth there for a shape. Or it can play something like this and be aggressive. I think this is a better option. Maybe even this might be okay. Plays the Hane. I descend. It didn't save, so okay. Doesn't want me to have that stone apparently, so it Atari is it. Okay. Just gonna keep making my wall here. Now it's a 4-stone wall. Right, I almost forgot about this next move. This next move is amazing. I love this next move. Like clearly these 4 stones are trying to leave, right? So what are you gonna do? You can't let those 4 stones leave. So you have to stop it. Are you gonna stop it this way? Are you gonna cap it? Huh? Maybe be even more aggressive and say all of that's mine, you can't live here? No. No. I think we're playing Othello now. I don't know what we're playing. I don't think it's Go. But it attaches to the wall to try to stop me from leaving. Which it's weird. I mean, that's hilarious and it's so adorably honest. It's like, "No, I don't want you leaving. You shouldn't be able to go anywhere. So I'm going to take the next intersection away from you." It's so cute. If you were like teaching someone, like just teaching someone like how to play Go, right? And they were learning about attacks and things like that. This is something they might play. They might play that because they don't know any better. They're like, okay, I just need you to not run anymore. So I'm gonna get there immediately. Oh, it's so cute. So I turn, I guess. Why not? Because we're playing the crawling game now. Takes its stone. Decide to extend again, because I'm looking to see if it's going to Hane. It does not Hane. It extends up. Alright, we're playing Go again. We are playing Go again at this point. I surround, because the Atari is pretty large. It realizes and plays the Hane. So I just jump on out. It recognizes a shape. It recognizes that this can be made false by attaching. Okay. Let's program for that. So all we have to do is make certain that this move can't be played. The Hane right now, double Atari, cannot be played. It extends. So we extend because not double Atari, but I can Atari, it connects, and then I Atari again, and it's dead. So it can't be played. Unfortunately, the bot doesn't quite have that capability to read, it looks like, because we immediately do exactly what I just mentioned. It recognizes that there is a double Atari on the board and takes it for itself, forgetting completely that it is now in Atari, I guess. So we take that stone as well. Tries to capture us, I guess. Cutting us off. And now, admittedly here, this is me being mean. I play the Atari to see if we can finally get that ko in. Because bots have a trouble with one ko. So I'm like, dude, I'm just going to start 2 of them and see what it does. Because that should just completely short-circuit its brain. But it says, no, I'm going to take. And I say, then I'm going to take as well. It connects. And we could be mean here. I choose to simply descend. You're like, okay, you need to defend yourself, Mr. Bot. Your corner's in trouble. So we take again. Takes my 2 stones. Deciding that the corner is just not worth anything, I guess. But I don't play in. I mean, we could play in the corner, but no, I'm not gonna do it. Instead, let's see it defend itself, because it's trying to take the left-hand side for territory. We'll see what it's gonna do. Attaches to me, so I play here. Protects its 2 stones, so I play here. Takes its 2 stones. And I go back and connect. So now what's a bot gonna do? It's got Sente. Bot chooses to connect its stones up. Okay. I decided that since it wants to do that, it doesn't want the corner. It chooses ko. Unfortunately, is this really a ko that it can fight? Now this took me by surprise. I wasn't aware that this bot could actually fight a ko. But apparently it puts in a ko threat. Though it's wasting a few threats here, I think. And now this is going to blow your mind. We're in the middle of a ko, right? It should take that now. If it wants to do something, it should take that. It connects its stones up. Yep. What I think happened here is it's figuring it's going to Atari. I'm going to connect. It's going to throw in. I'm going to take. It's going to Atari. I'm going to connect. And then it can play to kill. But I don't have to. These stones are useless. So we just connect. Uh-oh. Was that the end? And the minute I do that, it resigns the game. So this thing played a lot of really weird moves. The attaching to my 4-stone wall was insane. The attaching here was similarly insane. And then even like extending up to go against the cutting point. That was weird too. I liked that it attempted to play a Ko, or to fight a Ko, but it can't read the fact that I don't have to commit to stones. Like, I can just give up these stones, and when I decide to do that, it breaks its reading. Like, all of this whole fighting over here was based on the idea that that was going to get filled, and I guess it realized after it connected its own stones that I don't have to do that, or something. I don't know. I don't even know. Suffice it to say, bot resigned. But yeah, I was shocked. And slightly appalled at this game. Because this is 1Q. I know people whose goal it is to get 1Q. But I hope they never play like this. I hope they never ever play this way. 1Q might be your goal, but no, not this way. No. Anyway, I had to show you guys this game because it was amazing. This is quite possibly the most broken game I've played against a bot so far, and I just could not keep it from you. So, I hope you enjoyed the game. Let's see, next game will be my game against the One Don. If I haven't uploaded that already, I don't think I have. So you can look forward to that. And then I need to play some more, I think. So I might wind up streaming some of that. It's hard to say. Getting games with Don bots rather, very, very difficult because there's not a whole lot of them. But if I can, maybe I'll see about streaming it. It's going to be really, really, like, short notice though. I never know if I can snag that game or not. So look for all that good stuff coming up in the future. Hope you enjoyed looking at this game. I certainly kind of enjoyed playing it. And I'll see you all next time. Take care, everyone.